We were dealing with the cytopathology where we are going to study the alterations in the cell structure, right? If there is any disease in the cell architecture or the cell atypia, things like that. So now we are going to see, where exactly this cytopathology comes into play. So we know for sure, we might have heard like PAP smear, right? So why is this PAP smear being done? It is done for the assessment or a diagnosis of any cancers, especially of the cervical region. Say it is vagina or the cervix. The Papanicola smears, or commonly we call it as PAP smears, fall within the category of cytopathological study. What are we going to study? What is a pathologist going to look into that? So he is going to take a specimen, a swab or a smear from the vaginal and the cervical region, and we know like we have the mucus that is being secreted in those regions, and they are going to take a liquid cells, are going to take it in a swab, and that swab will be just put in a medium and then it will be transported to the lab. So after it reaches the lab technician or the pathologist, he is going to study the cellular abnormalities if it is present within the smear, cervical smear or the vaginal smear. Before the onset of cancer, there would be a metaplasia occurs. So we know we have studied in our cervical region, we have the exocervix and the endocervix, ecto and the endocervix, and there is a transition zone where the transformation takes place. So first it takes place metaplasia, and then it becomes neoplasia, and then it becomes cancer in situ, and then a full-fledged cancer or a malignancy. So here, as a preventive, the doctor is doing basically a screening service to see if there are any neoplastic cells in the cervical or the vaginal epithelium. So all these are nothing but the cytopathological studies.